friends, welcome to our channel. This is video number 1. That's right, you're here for our first video. Cedar Studios. Let me tell you about that. So a year ago, my husband and I started a new adventure. We started a store on Etsy called Cedar Studios because we love to make things. My husband is a woodworker. He loves to engrave things. He's made plaques and signs with engravings. He's made posters, custom projects. If you need something from him, just let him know. And I love to sew. I love to knit. I love to crochet. I love to paper craft. And so we have lots of items available. And on this channel, we're going to show you how we make those items. Today, I'm making something that's both beautiful and practical. This is a handmade folio, a folder with pockets, or as some of you might remember, a peachy of sorts. I start the project with a 12-inch by 12-inch cardstock. You can use a double-sided cardstock or a single-sided one like I'm using here. I'm using my bone folder to fold in the edges and get a nice sharp crease. I'm going to glue those down next to create the pockets on the inside. There are pockets all over this folio because of the way I glued down some of the papers. So you'll have a little treasure hunt when you get it, and you'll see that there's several spots that you can tuck in a little piece of paper or a note or a little design that you want to save for later. But these are so useful. These little folders are perfect for keeping a project in. You know how you can go online and you print out like a pattern for a knitted object or crochet something, or you have a favorite recipe that you look at over and over, because I do that all the time, and then I have to go find it online. Gotta remember where I got it from. Well, you can take this folder and you can add a printout from a website so that you always have it ready to grab and look at. So I'm going to include with these folders pre-punched printer paper. Say that fast. Pre-punched printer paper. Pre-punched printer paper. That's fun. Well, anyway, so you print out your paper, your pattern or your recipe. The holes are already punched in one end, so you can just add them into this folder. I like them because they're not too small, not too big. They can probably hold up to 10 or 12 sheets of paper. And they're just the perfect size to take with you. So it's like a travel size pattern. Oh, so here you see me adding the little touch that I thought was really unique to these folders. The labels on some of these yarns that we get are so pretty. I use the labels to make the front cover of the patterns, and sometimes there's a pocket in it. I've added, little ephemera, little, butterflies and flowers to the front. And you'll see me add little paper buttons that will hold a hand-braided ribbon. Actually, it's a hand-braided string that will hold the folder closed. I got this idea from Natasha over at Treasure Books. She does some beautiful work. But she made a folder like this, but it was a journal and it was just a little bit different than mine. And I thought I could create something different that I haven't seen used before. But it was something that I knew I could use myself. So I'm folding in the edges on all these books, and I use the glue tape and some glue because I just don't want them to come apart. She showed how to use the little cuts so that everything lays much flatter and neater, and so I learned that from Natasha. And but it really comes down to what you like how you like to create the item, the colors that you love. And so I just sort of put myself into it, the things that I like. So to give these that sort of vintage, authentic feel, I'm going to ink the edges of all the paper buttons and the edges of the folders, because it just gives it that sort of, I don't know, I mean, it's not a used look, but it's got a sort of a, yeah, I guess an authentic look is the name I'm going for. It just really makes it feel usable. You know, when you get something that's too new and too pretty, you just don't want to touch it. You don't want to use it. But I think they're just too pretty not to use. I wanted to take a minute here to talk about something really sad. I wanted to talk about the heartbreaking flooding that happened in Texas over the 4th of July weekend. We were sitting here at home enjoying all the rain. It has been so dry here that we were so thankful and grateful that we were getting so much rain. And then all of a sudden, we're hearing on the news what was going on. That there was a huge flood that just in minutes was engulfing a small campsite and that whole area where Camp Mystic was. And I wanted to say that our hearts are with every family affected by those storms. If you lost someone, or you lost your home, or you lost your peace of mind because this was such a horrible tragedy, I just wanted to let you know that we're praying for you. And I can't imagine what you're going through. All I can say is that we're thinking about you, and we hope that you'll find some peace in your heart. And you can remember the wonderful things about the people that you lost. So about a minute ago, I showed you how I was creating the fasteners for the paper. I created these little buttons out of several layers of paper to give it a nice firm, hopefully unbendable button. And you'll use that, you'll see on the back side, to hold your papers in. And the front side will become the little button that you'll put your strap around to hold it closed. I have all kinds of colors and, I guess, yarn labels available. And I tried to match the little outside buttons to go with that. And these are just so much fun to make. And so I wanted to share them with you. These are the little paper clips that I included. They're so cute. It's a chiffon ribbon that I tied around a nice, big, giant gold paper clip. So once you put your paper or your project into the folder, wrap it around to the back, and this paper clip will hold it for you. You can see it doesn't want to close on you, and it lays flat. You can read your project or your recipe really easily. Here are all the ones that I have available in the store right now, and I've included a small notebook that I sewed together to keep notes on your project. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and you'll come visit us on Cedar Studios on Etsy. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.